All right. North Carolina 63, App State 61. What? I am sure that you guys watched this game because obviously early window, I mean, it was ideal. It was just a perfect slot for it. But this was awesome. This was so good. I loved everything about this game because it was bonkers. It felt like you were watching Arena League football. Like, I don't know if everybody remembers that, or AFL or ALF or whatever it was, the Arena Football League, because nobody could stop anybody. Like a 40-point fourth quarter? Like, what are we... And Drake May. My gosh, Drake May is unbelievable. This UNC is a better idea. I just... And how bad do you have to feel if you are an App State fan and you go for those 2-point conversions twice and you don't get either of them, right? Like, you come back down the... Let's pull up the drives here. Because this, I mean, I got to get into this. I gotta figure this out. App State. So North Carolina scores a touchdown, goes up 56-49. Which, by the way, they were leading 41-21 at the end of the third quarter. App State scored 40 points in the fourth quarter and still didn't win. But regardless, so North Carolina scores to go up 56-49, and then 2 minutes later, App State comes back down, and they score, and then they kick off. They do an onside kick because they didn't get the 2-point conversion. And then North Carolina returns the kickoff, and App State comes right back down the field. They're at their own 35 with 28 seconds left. And, you know, I'm just so confused as to how you could lose that game. And part of it, I mean, obviously it's because North Carolina's offense was just awesome. Let's pull up the stats here. 8.1 yards per play for North Carolina to only 7.3 for App State. App State 649 total yards. I mean, that North Carolina defense could not stop anything. To only 567 for North Carolina. Both teams had a turnover. Both teams had quite a few third down tries, which, you know, you do. North Carolina, 64% third down conversions. Big Out said they probably won't play a better team this year. I don't know if you're talking about App State or North Carolina. Fourth down percentage, North Carolina went for it once on fourth down, and they got it. App State went for it twice, and they got it on one. So, scoring opportunities. App State had 9 of them. 9 drives inside the opponent 40. They only had 5.44 points per scoring opportunity. North Carolina had 6 points per scoring opportunity on 8. North Carolina also had that special teams touchdown, and both teams started, their average field position was on their own 30. Like, they had pretty good field position. I was talking App State won't play a better team this year. Maybe not. I mean, they got some tough competition in the Sun Belt, but I'll tell you this. It's not like they played a tough defense. They will face tougher defenses. I will tell you that. Salt of the earth, UNC looked like a Big 12 team. Well, they look like a past Big 12 team to me. Big 12 actually plays a little bit of defense now. That scheme, yeah, Salt of the earth jumps in. His defensive scheme was bad, talking about Gene Chizik. It was ridiculous. Like, they have so much talent on that team, and they either have not been developed or they just have them in the wrong scheme. And these guys are running themselves out of plays. They have obviously no idea what the play calls are, it seems like, because they are not in the right position ever, it seemed like. There were guys just running wide open, and I could not figure out what they were even trying to do. Like, that's the biggest thing to me is, if I can at least understand your scheme and maybe you didn't get there or you got run over or something, then that's one thing. App State was not running like a bunch of trick plays. I mean, this was rough. This was rough. Looking at the stats on this game, Drake May, I'm going to say it again, he 24 out of 35 for 352 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. And running the football, 12 carries, 76 yards, and 1 touchdown. North Carolina overs is going to be a thing. Like, everybody's going to be jumping on these. But, man, he is the real deal. Like, I cannot believe that this was a competition. How good is Criswell that's backing him up? Like, I'm shocked at this game. Shocked at this game. Just unbelievable. Big Ounce, they'll be okay, they'll okay some better Ds, but they won't play an offense close. North Carolina, they've got a little bit more talent on that side of the ball than people realize, I think. Yeah, no, they've certainly got talent. And Phil Longo, which, by the way, props to Phil Longo. Absolutely fantastic offense that he's running. It doesn't necessarily give your defense a whole lot of time for rest. However, it does give you a whole lot of cushion. So I don't think I don't know who I would pair with Phil Longo, but I think that he is out of this world good as a play caller. Like, he is awesome. And when he gets that offense rolling and they are moving, yeah, that is a team to look out for. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast app, and make sure to leave a nice 5-star review. You can follow Gary on Twitter @GaryWCE, and the show is @Winning Cures. Be sure to check out the merch in our web store and share the show.